Thank you for joining us live from the North Texas Fair and Rodeo, powered in part by Low Voltage Solutions and Classic of Denton.
Hey guys, it's Cheyenne here on the 7th performance of the 90th Annual North Texas Fair and Rodeo, and we're here with the man of the night, Mr. Koe Wetzel, live for the first time from the North Texas Fair and Rodeo. Thank you for joining us, Koe.
Thank y'all for having me.
So this area knows you very well. Can you just tell me first off, what was it like to sell out Billy Bob's? Can you even put it in words?
I can't put it into words. It's I don't know. It was we're blessed. It was a blessing. It was awesome.
I mean, that's crazy because it was your first main stage appearance.
Mm-hmm.
And you sold it out weeks in advance. I mean, that's amazing.
This is our second time, actually.
This is the second time on the main stage?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was y'all's first time. I went to one where y'all were on the smaller stage, and, I mean, there was people like crazy out there. And I think that's how it's going to be tonight.
Yeah,
I mean, it was 7 o'clock, and people were already lining up at the stage.
Yeah.
So
Well, good.
But talking on that, so you're like a superstar in the Texas country genre right now. I mean, everybody knows your songs. Everybody knows February 28th, you know. Who were your influences? Who were guys that you looked up to?
So I was brought up on older country music, like George Jones and Hank Williams and people like that. And then 90s country. My mom, she had me on 90s country, growing up. And in the 8th grade, I found out who Nirvana was. So and that kind of just changed everything from then on. So, yeah, that put me on to more bands and just kind of, broadened everything of how I looked at music.
So besides the Billy Bob moment, was there ever a moment that you just went on stage at a show and you thought, man, we're really doing this?
Yeah, LJT, we played Larry Joe Taylor Fest for the first time last year. And that was really cool, and then we got to play it again this past year. And I don't know, just looking out at that crowd, and like you said, people screaming our songs and stuff. It's crazy. It was a fun time.
So when you're not traveling with the band, how do you even live your free time?
Usually I'm sleeping.
Do you actually get a break?
Yeah, I mean, we usually have a day or two off, and the first day I'll sleep half the day, and then I don't know, just try to get stuff ready that needs to be done back home, and either go fishing or golfing. Hunting season's about to start, so I'm sure I'll be hunting a lot.
So I did a poll on Twitter if there was anything that our Twitter followers wanted to ask you. And the most appropriate question that I can say on here, at least, people want to know if you're really best friends with Parker McCollum.
Yeah, that's my boy.
They see your back and forth on Twitter, and that was the most.
I think most of our conversations are like 1 or 2 in the morning. Like he'll just hit me up, and then we'll just talk for a while, and then wake up the next morning and be like, I won't talk to Parker all day, and then I'll talk to him that night. He'll get drunk or I'll get drunk, and then we'll just start talking to each other.
Okay, so what is your best Parker story that you have? Of y'all two. That's appropriate that we can say.
Appropriate? Well, the first time, one of the first times we hung out, there's this creek, De Leon Creek, that runs out of Lake Proctor, and it's like 30 minutes from Stephenville. And he come to Stephenville, and we went out fishing, and then the current was going so fast, and we had this 12-foot john boat, and me, him, and one of our other buddies jumped in it, and we started going down the river, and we almost flipped the entire boat over. And Parker, he's from Conroe, and he was trying to put his worm on his hook and everything. And I was like, I ain't doing this for you, whatever. But I want to say I'm going to take credit for teaching him how to fish. For sure.
So you take credit for that?
Yeah.
All right, so looking where you are now and looking where you started out, and there's so many artists that come up, what advice could you give them?
Just be yourself. Nobody can do you better than you. So, I mean, there's no sense in trying to be somebody you're not. Just do your own thing. Stay true to yourself, and you should be good. So.
And the last question I have, what is your favorite venue that you've played?
I don't know. There's so many. I don't know. Probably Billy Bob's. Billy Bob's has been really cool. But I don't know. They're all over the place. I have so many of them. I can't really.
I saw that you're actually getting to headline your first street show in Lubbock for the Blue Light. Me being a Red Raider, I know that very well.
Yeah,
and with your friends Cody.
Yeah. Cody, I think Reed's going to be on that show with us.
Yeah,
soon,
and that just sounds like crazy.
I
Speaking of, you're actually good. I mean, you've and Cody, and y'all's bands have been together
yeah,
before.
We were in Corpus, I think, a week or two ago. We were in Corpus together, and it's always fun being around those guys. We love
I know, I was talking to Kyan and Ben, and
Yeah.
they ended the conversation with, "We're gonna go hang out with the Wetzels." I said, "I don't know if that's a good idea this
It's
close
not,
to
It's
showtime."
not a good idea.
All right, guys, you have so much time to get out here. Koe goes on at 9:30 on the Budweiser stage, and then his friends Cody West will be on the Bud Light stage at 11. So get out here. You know, you don't want to miss this. There's a crowd of people already, so you better not miss out on the fun. So come out, let's do what Cowboys do, and we'll see you at the fair.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you very much for being part of our North Texas Fair and Rodeo series, which would not be possible without our friends Low Voltage Solutions and Classic of Denton.